Do you want to know the #1 reason why I see two-stroke owners seize their engine? It's from warming their bike up. Wait, what? Okay, let me rephrase that. It's from warming their bike up too quickly. Okay, what's too quickly though? Well, it's when they get on their bike, start it up for the first time of the day, a cold start, and they rev it out full throttle. Whether it sounds cool, they're trying to impress their friends, or they're just trying to warm it up faster because they're excited to go ride. In either case, this is about the easiest way to cold seize your two-stroke. But why is that? You might see people do it all the time. Maybe you think that two-strokes are meant to do that. Well, maybe if you have an engine that has a really low RPM red line, so it doesn't rev very high, maybe like 5,000–6,000 RPM, but when you got a two-stroke dirt bike that revs to 10, 11, 12,000 RPM, and you're revving at that high when the engine is cold, it's a lot more likely to seize or at least do excessive engine damage. Think about it like this. You got the piston, which is made of aluminum, and then you got the cylinder, which is made of steel. I know some of them are Nicosil plated, but either case, they're different materials and they're different thicknesses. Now, just the basic understanding of metal is as it warms up, it's going to expand, grow bigger. So when you got an aluminum piston at a certain thickness and a steel cylinder at a different thickness, as they warm up, they're gonna grow or expand at different rates. So if you try and warm it up too quickly, that aluminum piston is going to expand a lot faster than the steel cylinder. Why is that important? Well, because the piston and the cylinder, they need a certain amount of clearance in between them because the piston is going up and down and it's not contacting the cylinder. That's what the ring or rings are doing. But if the piston grows too fast, that little bit of clearance, whether it's like 2 or 3 thousandths of an inch, that's gonna go down to less than a thousandth of an inch or even 0 if you warm it up too quickly. So essentially, it's gonna grow into the cylinder. And when there's too much friction from having very little clearance, it's just gonna heat up even faster and they're essentially gonna weld together or stick together and seize the engine, causing it to be stuck. So you try and, you can't see it here, but the engine's just not gonna kick over. And if you have a forged piston, like a Wiseco forged piston, this is even more important because forged pistons, even though they're stronger, they're typically smaller in diameter because they're going to expand more. So if you try and warm it up too fast, that forged piston is gonna run into the cylinder even faster, causing it to seize faster. And if it doesn't seize and you're revving it really high every time, you're just causing unnecessary wear and tear on your top end, whether it be the piston, the cylinder, or the rings. I know I'm gonna get some hate for this because every time I do, I always have someone, "Oh, it doesn't matter, I warm up my bike like this all the time and I've never had a problem." Well, good for you. If you have just a few minutes of patience, your engine might last 5 to 10 times longer if you just warm it up properly. And if you wanna know how long it takes, you should check out this video here to know there's 2 signs that I pay attention to know that it's fully warmed up, and that is when you can go full throttle without having seizure problems, engine seizure. I'm Kelly Figge from MX Hideout. Have a little bit of patience, stay reliable.